Homie, if you want to make me look up a game, just tell me. Sorry, I was briefly... Oop, and I dropped the pen. Briefly gotta finish writing this. Okay. Alright. Let's begin. Oops. Why is this not going? What is the game? No promises, obviously. Oh my god, I hate iPhones sometimes. Alright. The reason why I want to start from here is I actually ran a little bit into Silvalum. I wanted to check out some of the areas. Of course, this is the weather I'm talking about. So it makes it a little bit hard to like even do anything. Voice quiet. Did fucking OBS change or did Windows change my fucking settings? Game loud, voice soft. Okay, well, you know, it's funny because I had this shit set up really well the other day. Why is this doing this now? Not speech. Setting up a microphone. Setting up a microphone? No. Dude, what was the stupid toolbox that I went to that made my sound? Device properties. Yeah, it reset my microphone all the way down to 14. Now it should be ridiculously loud. Okay, here we go. Why does it do this? Like, actually, what the fuck? Like for real. Why does it set my microphone down? Oh my god. Okay, is it better now? Okay, it's better now. Good. Because if I was making a video, I could just up it, whatever. But it's like, what the hell? Now it's going to be too loud, right? Maybe if I cap it out a little bit. It's like, why? I don't know. Windows is weird. Windows do anything to make my life easier challenge. Impossible. Okay. We got new skills, but we don't really care about that. What we care more about is trying to grab a lot of these. We could try to go into Silvalum. Like I said, the game doesn't gate you out of anything. It's just like, look at this. Like, what am I supposed to even really do here? Can you tell what's happening in this area? This weather effect is just straight trolling. This is like just complete bullshit. PVKK might be one of the most difficult games, so why would you want me to do it? He just, bro wants to see me suffer. He wants to see pain and tears. Gee, I wonder why this crashed. I could only imagine. Oh, okay. I thought I misread it. He said game name. I misread it as game. Dude, what the fuck? Why would they make an area that has this effect? Like this is just like dickish levels of trolling. You can't even see what the hell is even going on. Makes you think you did something wrong. Like I'm in this area, I can't even see more than 3 feet in front of me. Like the only way you could even see anything is if you put the camera up. Like that. Like I wish I was kidding. Okay, well we're super dead. No way I could see this. Just slap me already.
Tougher than they look.
Oh, there's 2 of them. Yo, I saw the light and I was like, yeah, let me turn towards it.
Catch me up.
That's pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. Ow, yeah, that hurts.
I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Unbelievable.
Can't seem to get fired up.
Plantain, I'm not reading that. What weird fucking German indie game are you even talking about? Seriously. I'm sorry, hello. It's big though. We can mark that on the map. It's a little bit easier on the actual map. Here we go. No, other one. No, other one. No, other one. It's right stick. Jesus. What is red? Is red we haven't killed it? I forget. I forget what my own description says. Is red we haven't killed it? No, orange is found, not killed. There you go. Alright, can I try to get over here, please, without getting jumped every 5 seconds? That would be really nice. Like, this is actually a very beautiful area of the game. You wouldn't be able to tell because you can't see more than 3 feet in front of you. Like, what the fuck? Why would they do this? This is actually one of my favorite areas in the game. If you've ever played World of Warcraft, this reminds me a little bit of Zangarmarsh, which is actually like a very cool area in Burning Crusade. It's very nice, actually. It's a beautiful area. Oh, I need to change this weekend's schedule. We will not be playing Assassin's Creed. Like I said, we'll be playing Rise of Ronin both days, if necessary, and then we will play it again on Monday. I don't think I could do this, right? Nope, I can. Very nice. We'll be playing Rise of Ronin. I see. Right, it's a beautiful area when you can actually see in front of you. Unfortunately, this is the weather pattern. The weather in this area sucks. It's actually awful. Like this, I remember coming in here on the Wii U and I was like, dude, is my game glitched? Or like, did something fucking go wrong? Or, you know, like what happened? It's like a reasonably high level one. There's also a pack of these things. Let's see if we can get by them. It's a very cool looking area when you can see it. I promise. I swear it is. Unfortunately, you know, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, man? That's how the game is. How do you link this back? We have to... Honestly, what am I going to do today? Unaccepted mission? Maybe we should just do this. Let's actually do what we're supposed to, and then we'll do a bunch of heart-to-hearts instead of running around and I can't see anything. I'm waiting till we could finish up Rise of Ronin. We could start finishing up some of the longer form games. We can move Oblivion to Friday and maybe like one other day. That'll be kind of good. All right, what does Roscoe want? Ah, finally. Keen eyes, agile body, the very picture of a well-honed blade. It seems luck is with me. The circumstances were less than favorable, and yet they brought me a singular talent. All right. Indeed, I was told it would take time to be listed and that finding a suitable respondent could be longer still, and yet here you stand. In any case, none of that matters now. I'll begin briefing you immediately. My name is Roscoe and I'm a curator. I typically fill orders from the Granada Galactic Group for Miranium and the like. A few days ago, we lost the signal of a free helicopter near the Sunlit Spring in Noctilum. Unfortunately, we've also lost contact with both members of the crew. We need to mount a rescue effort as soon as possible. Yeah, let's ask. The cause, impossible to say, I'm afraid, mirrors a font of inexplicable occurrences. One thing I could say with certainty, though, is that Howard and Siska despise another. Perhaps their fighting escalated into heavy artillery. It's funny because it's quite possible, you see. Yes, well, you seem unamused. Moving along, I ask that you travel to Noctilum and extract Howard and Siska as soon as possible. Alright. Thank you. I await word of your success. I hope you can see them both safely back home to New LA. Alright, well, we've obviously been to Noctilum. Where exactly is this in Noctilum? That's actually what we should do. Wait, it's right here. Oh. We're gonna have to kill this thing again, but whatever. It is what it is. Hey, there he is. There he goes. I love this game. This game is so weird, dude.
We have opened fire. Follow me.
Alright, shoot it. Shoot it to death. Do I even need to do anything? I'm just gonna wait till I get samurai, or sorry, offensive stance. Can I get it one more hit? Thank you.
Offensive stance. Magnum edge. Didn't see that coming. Gun it down.
Anyway. Gee, I wonder how that was gonna turn out. Yeah, no worries, Devin. Planetary defense cannon commandant. So, like, you're commanding a planetary defense using cannons. I don't know where you find these games, man. I mean, I can respect that you're into a lot of different things, at least. Stay back, you stinking monsters. I'm not about to end up being dinner for some damn sultat. Seriously, Howard, if you have the time for this level of whaling, why don't you kill a few of the damn things and make yourself useful for once? It's suicide to take them all on alone, though I bet you'd like that for me, wouldn't you? And when did I become the useless one anyway? You're the genius who wrecked the helicopter, and whose constant nagging caused the very fight that made me crash land here, huh? Oh, of all the immature, irresponsible, we're about 50 meters from death right now, but if it means I have to listen to you whine for another second, then I welcome it. Oh no, you don't get to give up that easily. Besides, if we keep shouting, we may just scare the Sultat off, or better yet, a friendly might hear us and come help us. Amazing. Humanity's best and brightest, folks.
Open fire. Follow me.
I've got your cover fire. Shadow strike.
They didn't see that coming.
Okay.
Offensive. Easy now. Play it safe with an aura.
To tide me over.
Magnum edge.
Alright, it's super dead. Bye. God damn, that knockback was insane. Alright, so if you've played other Xenoblade games, you know what these things are. What? What the fuck? Oh, I put my weapon away. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. That was a mistake. Oh, shit. We put Samurai Soul. I keep calling it Samurai Soul. It's not called Samurai Soul. That's pretty funny, all things considered. Yeah, they're turkeys. Look, I'll be honest with you, they basically just have a bunch of enemies that wouldn't be out of place in a fantasy game for this game. That's kind of how it works. They're turkeys with big trumpets on their heads, yes. Between the crash and the welcome party, I figured my number was up, but then you arrived. Nice to know we haven't been forsaken entirely. Wow, next thing you know, it'll be snowing in hell, or sorry, Roscoe's just infamously stingy, or stingy, I never thought he'd shell out for help. But hey, I'm glad to be wrong, and even more glad since someone like you. That said, I'm afraid we're not out of the fire just yet. We need to repair the helicopter. Siska's shoddy piloting and maintenance work caused the crash, but I suppose pointing fingers isn't gonna help anyone now. Anyway, I hate to lean on you for everything, but could you possibly procure 2 new anhydrous radiators and spherical EM motor? I'll need to stay here and guard the helicopter, and Siska's performing maintenance inside. We're basically pinned down. I appreciate it. Alright, we have to go find them. What the fuck is... where is this? Dude, have you seen the Helldivers thing? Where, like, Helldivers very obviously wants to force this, like, final confrontation, but the Chinese players are preventing them from doing so because they're working around the clock to prevent China from falling. So isn't that kind of fucked? That's like, they're basically railroading you into content, but then they promise you that, like, your actions in, like, the overworld and in the meta actually can change the outcome of these things. Like, shouldn't they just adapt it and just have it take place in China at this point? Like, isn't that kind of fucked? Like, hey, you guys actually can do things and it affects the overworld and it's really important and it's really, we're really happy to do this, it's awesome. And then they turn around and they're like, actually, no, you guys can't do that, fuck you. Like, isn't that kind of just, doesn't that defeat the whole purpose? I mean, obviously, I'm redundant here, of course, but you get my point. It's like, what the fuck? Then what's the point of it? Alright, that's enough. We have to go up here. Oh, sweet, look at this. We gotta go here. This will be fun. And look, I haven't really followed Helldivers since the whole mandatory post-purchase PlayStation integration, but I just think it's kind of stupid. It's like, well, how many things can this game possibly have go against it? The first time it was Sony's fault. I feel really bad for them. Like, what are you gonna do? Your boss tells you have to implement it. Like, there's not really much you could fucking do. You just have to basically suck dick. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Don't worry, they'll just keep throwing progressively harder waves of shit until the Chinese players just can't keep up. That's basically how it's gonna go. If I've learned anything from like EA and all these other companies, they'll just keep throwing shit at you until you just can't handle it. Like, remember the Mass Effect multiplayer mode? They nerfed all the rewards for bronze, silver, and gold, added a new difficulty, and the new difficulty I'm pretty sure was like near impossible. Like, it just wasn't fun anymore. It was actually awful. And I remember that. I remember complaining about that, and I remember playing that with some of my friends. I'm like, well, why would anyone want to torture themselves doing this? It stopped being fun like multiple chapters ago. So I'm done. That's why I don't really like a lot of these online games. Like, I know I'm the MMO guy, kind of, sort of. But, like, you know, it just gets to a point where it's just really stupid. It's like, well, why would you want to torture yourself in such a manner? Hopefully this takes us to one of these places. I hate when games do it. Force you to torture yourself or expend outrageous amounts of time to earn any significant reward. Yeah, like, especially in an online game, like, it just feels like most online games, despite how many of them there are, they either don't have the reward structure down, or they can't retain players because they're probably niche games to begin with. So sometimes I feel bad, but sometimes I'm like, but why? And like, this is the third or fourth time Helldivers has been in this position, and after a point I'm just like, but why? You know? And I do feel bad, because like, my friends bought that Starship Troopers game, and I'll be honest, I felt bad. Oh, here we go, there's another Tyrant. Okay. What? Other one. Sorry. I've only had this thing for years. I still confuse ZLZR sometimes. It really happens in single player games? Yeah, unless it is a microtransaction game like Shadow of War or some shit where they're like, oh, well, you guys could just, you don't have to buy the orcs. You just have to spend 50 hours leveling up everything else. Wow, great, thanks. You guys are so generous. Really appreciate that, thank you.
Here comes the fierce tornado.
No, so should probably done this first.
Alright, you're in for it. On it. Take this. This team never loses.
I could have taken them on alone.
No, you could not have. Anytime Irina says she could have done anything, it's a fucking lie. Irina might be one of the worst party members in this game for anything offensive. Yeah, the Lord of the Ring game, Shadow of War. That is literally the exact example that I gave, because it's such an egregious example. So as someone who was like mildly interested in playing these games, hearing that game has such a ridiculous, like, awful fucking conclusion is terrible. It's like hey, here's the, and I think they nerfed it, but like the whole point is that they only nerfed it like years or months later because people complained. If people didn't complain, they weren't gonna nerf it. They would just sit around and be like, yeah, whatever. And that actually, did you guys see the post? Very nice. You see the post from the, was it the Veilguard devs? One of them was like completely stupefied that like the game didn't do well because they just thought that all these people would just show up over and over and over again to give them free money for making Veilguard, basically. Yeah, we brain fuse because it's bullshit. Look, I'm perfectly happy to spend lots of time on a game that has a long play count. I mean, we're playing one right now. But what I'm not happy to do is spend time wasting it on RNG bullshit. That's why I quit Destiny. That's one of the things I hated about Destiny 1. Oh, great. Well, we could actually kill this thing for once. You know, you do the raid in Destiny, which takes like 3 or 4 hours, and then you're just supposed to be happy that they told you to do this stupid fucking raid, and then you just get garbage and there's no way to actually buy the weapons you want? Like, what the fuck is wrong with them? That was awful. That was fucking garbage. The game is still loud? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I have to up the volume for 14 in Oblivion, and then this game is very quiet. Now that I could work on. I could lower the game. Don't worry, you didn't catch much. I was saying, like, I just hate, like, that's one of my least favorite fucking... What a waste of time Destiny was. I literally spent hours trying to grind out, and I did that raid like 5 or 6 times, only got like one of the weapons. I got the Found Verdict and didn't get anything else. And I was like, I'm done. I don't care anymore. Like, you needed to have good RNG to get the good weapons to then do the Nightfall, because strategies revolved around using Nightfall cheese to even get anything done. It was bullshit. Oh, the Veilguard rant is basically someone at EA was like, yeah, we're surprised that like people didn't just buy EA, you know, they just didn't buy Veilguard. And as I said, and I've said before, let's see if we can get in here, probably not. It's because they just think people will always just show up nonstop all the time forever. Oh, I think I farm here at some point, right? Something like that. I think this is a farm spot. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Yeah, we'll go back. I don't need to go here. It's really stupid. But it tells you what they think. They just think like, hey, we're EA. They like Dragon Age. They'll never stop buying it. And I mean, like, you could sit here and say, well, maybe they're right to a degree, but I mean, if we have to talk about how viable this shit was, clearly something went wrong. Something went horribly wrong. Where the hell is this? You are a fan of Dragon Age, so buy this thing that doesn't even feel like a Dragon Age? Yeah, you won't, and then they just insult you. Like, what the fuck? Like I don't know what kind of parasocial bond you would have to have with your audience to insult them like that. Like, they think this is Findom or something. Yeah, like, even if you were to ignore all the DEI stuff, it just feels wrong. It's like you play a game. It's like Assassin's Creed Shadows. Like, I'm being as nice as I can be about Shadows. Like, think about it. I played Shadows for 10 hours. Did anything that I did even look or resemble an Assassin's Creed game? What the fuck? There it is. Like, at all? Like, think about even the first couple of hours of like Odyssey or Valhalla. You know, you get introduced to the real world plot, right? The present day plot line, and then there's usually like 1 or 2 assassin characters that kind of like tie it together. So you're like, okay, cool, let's see how this plays out. You play Shadows for 10 hours. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, did I even gain anything? Oh, I got Storage Pro, very nice. That's actually really good. You play that game for like 10 hours. Like, was anything in there even an Assassin's Creed game? If the game wasn't called Assassin's Creed, like, would anyone care or know? If they changed it, would you even think it? Like, what the fuck, dude? Just a complete mystery how this game even was made in the way it was. Stupefyingly bad. I know people brought up with the non-binary person constantly bullying the other members of the team.
They've seen us.
What the fuck? Oh shit! Yo, can we kill this guy? He just came down from heaven. Oh my god, he gets toppled. Yes, the ganglion strongest warrior versus offensive stance cheese. Uh-oh. Dumpstered. Dumpstered. Send him back to the fucking lobby, dude. She never really called out on it. Or they're never really called out on it, whatever. I mean, yeah, like, that's the point. I mean, like, ultimately, does it help make more money? If the answer's no, then what was the point of it? Like, not even being mean. Like, did it help sell copies to do what they did? No. Did anything they did with Shadows help to sell copies? You want to know what's funny? Ubisoft yesterday was like, hey, Splinter Cell. And they posted a picture of Sam Fisher. And I'm like, so wait a minute. Now that you guys are in trouble, now you want to start teasing Sam Fisher? Like, dude, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, are you kidding me? Well, now we're not sure if we're going to make our yearly quota, so here, have some Tom Clancy games. Fuck you. But yes, make them good. At the end of the day, if it's a good game, whatever, it is what it is. I'd rather they, like I said, I'd rather they learn their lesson than go out of business, but holy fuck. Like I guess we should just leave these companies on the brink of insolvency and bankruptcy at all times, because then they'll give us hot women and decent gameplay and fun shit. That's wild. Truly. And look, I'm not even a huge Dragon Age fan, but I felt bad for him. I was like, dude, what the fuck? What happened to your shit? Ooh, this would be a good area to level in. Oh shit, look at this place. Hang on, we could kill some of these dudes, right? These are low level. These are close enough to us.
I'll get the jump on him. Attack up close.
Sliding Slinger. Oh great, HP recovery down. It's a skunk. I love it.
Offensive stance. Magnum A.
Why did I do that? Oh, that smells delicious. Thank you. Very nice. Alright, you know I'm coming back here to grind. So, like, if I had to briefly tell you how to even gain levels in this game, like, there's a couple places I would tell you to visit. This would be, like, this is a pretty good one right here, right? Not that. Whoops. This is good. Maybe like blue could be like a good leveling zone. Maybe I should do that. Blue is like a leveling zone. And then obviously over here, if we go to Oblivia, this is like, I remember this from earlier, or from when I played this on the Wii U. This is like another peak leveling zone right here. Like easily. So maybe blue will be like personal notes, like places of interest. All right, we won't spend too much time here. I'll come back here and grind later. I'm not gonna grind on a stream. That kind of makes no fucking sense. Can you wait for the next Shadow stream, dude? It's gonna be so good. I'm totally gonna love it. I mean, like, I know what I signed up for, but like, holy shit, like, I was at least hoping for like a reasonable fucking story. No, can't even have that. You're not allowed to have anything. Just garbage fucking games over and over and over again. All right, 36.
Pretty strong.
Anybody that holds back later. Me.
Offensive stance.
Squeal, piggy! Might as well just spam this so I can get TP, actually. What the hell? It's not my most powerful move, but whatever. Very nice. I said sarcasm, bro. Bro's sarcasm detector was like, alert, alert, streamer sarcasm, alert. He honed in, boys. I've been called out. Hello, Narg. Ragging on the downtrodden. Yes, those game developers that totally work so very hard with our interests in mind. Yeah, how could I not? I'm just such an asshole. What was I supposed to do? Treat them with respect. Not after the shit they've done. Have I run into any precursor stuff in Shadows? Fuck no. Have I run into anything that would imply it's an Assassin's Creed game? No. 10 hours, by the way. 10 hours and there's like 2 references. I literally shit you not. And then the games that do it well, people don't even give it credit for. It's bullshit. That's what fucks me up, is like there'll be games that implement this shit really well, and then there's games that do it horribly, and I feel like the games that do it well get shit on, and the games that do it horribly are like used as the example as to why it's not good, man. Assassin's Creed is kind of a cursed series anyway. Because they'll do really good real world plot lines, and then people will just like turn their brains off and just not care. Third eye.
Nice moves there.
Very nice. Okay, is there anything in here? I want to get to this thing up here. Can I even get to it? How do you get to it? You have to space jump. Here we go. A little bit. I'm gonna have to fight this one up here. There's no way I'm sneaking past him. See, he told you. He got the drop on us. He was asleep, sir.
Let's see him chew on this. Offensive step.
Watch out.
Very nice. Oh my god, the whole party. Besides Irina. Very nice. Wait, where is this? How do you get to that? Do you need skells? Okay, never mind. Alright, we can't get that. Alright, I will be back here to farm this shit out until it does it. I mean, it's not gonna really do much. Like, this is like, it's reasonable. It's like level 34, so I'm not gonna waste my time too much. Actually, you know what would be good? If I could move on from that. I feel kind of bad when I see DI game developers talk about losing their jobs, but what did you expect? I feel bad for the low-level coders that had no say in it, that knew it wasn't going to work, probably knew from day one that it wasn't going to work and it wasn't going to be a good idea. But, you know, the C-suite motherfuckers huffing their farts and, like, rubbing their nipples were like, nah, this is going to be great. They'll show up just like they always do. And, like, I think that taking your viewer base, your player base, for granted is like one of the most cardinal sins of any kind of creation for content, right? Whether you're making a game, whether you're making YouTube, right? Like, even the 3 dudes that are on my stream right now are devoting their Friday afternoon, whether they're listening audio only or not, to like just being on this stream when they could be literally doing anything else, right? Like, I think, and obviously it's different when you're a big company, but is it really? Like, I hate to be that dude, but is it really that different? Like, how, what was respectful about it? Forget respect to Japan, as big of a deal as that is. Like, what was respectful about their customers? The way they treated it, you know? Like, now let alone the Japan thing, right? Like, what was respectful about what they did to all these other games? You know, if you wanted an Arkham game, you know, you got Suicide Squad, right? Like, I know I haven't played the last Arkham game, but like, when was the last time an Arkham game came out? 2015, like literally almost a decade ago. Like, that's a series that's been long and gone and dusted, basically. It's over. You know, and they were, you know, all this news comes out, they were planning a, what is it called? A Batman Beyond game, right? Was something that was posed to them at one point, and they said no, right? They posed all these other things, and then they just were like, yeah, we won't do it. You know what the fans want? Let's butcher all of the characters you love except Wonder Woman. We're gonna glaze the shit out of her. Gee, I wonder why Wonder Woman was spared from the mockery. Why even Lex Luthor bends the knee to her. I can only imagine. You know, like, I don't know. I think that we're in for a very interesting couple of years. Ironically, it's after the election. It's like, well, how low is some of this shit gonna go before things change? How are we supposed to get up there? You know, all things considered, this is really funny. This is actually an easier base to level in than the one I was leveling in. Could you believe it? I find it too late. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima, really well done. Just amazing. It's just a perfect... Everything about that game was like, it was accessible, it was fun, it was well made, it was well sculpted, it was just a perfect game. Instantly in one of my top games of all time. Now, here's the thing. Keep your fingers crossed for Ghost of Yotei. I have no faith in it.
Come on, you and me.
I think the thing you have to realize is that when you enjoy something the way they don't intend, they make sure to make the next thing really bad. In case Joker 2 is any indication, people liked it for the wrong reasons. Well, now Joker 2 has to suck. I'm sorry, Joker 1, excuse me. Joker 1 was really good. People liked it for all the wrong reasons, right? It's like how people like American Psycho. It's like, oh, but it's made by a woman and written by a gay man. Yeah, and look at how well it was received because it was good. And so now they made sure that it's just completely shit on. It's not made by the same people. I looked it up. It's not written by the same people. I think if the people who are writing on it wrote for like Veilguard or something. So it's not made by the same people. That was the biggest red flag. That right there is like the biggest red flag, and I agree. In fact, let me hold on. You ready for a field trip? I don't care if I get disconnected. Okay. Ghost of Yotei writers. I'm pretty sure I googled this. All right, let's see. Ghost of Yotei. We have, where the fuck are the writers? Was it Ghost of Yotei or was it another game? Let's see. The writer on Ghost of Yotei wrote for Veilguard and Anthem. I was correct. I'm never wrong. I am literally never wrong. I'm gonna flex my fucking ego right now because I'm literally never wrong. Let me put this on stream. We'll even go to the fancy stream screen. We'll put this on. Okay, we'll put this on, I said. Here you go. Told you. Here's John Dombrow, right? Upcoming Ghost of Yotei, allegedly according to IMDb, which is pretty reputable, I'd say. Dragon Age Veilguard, Anthem, Mass Effect Andromeda. Okay, he's got Infinite. He's uncredited, which is unfortunate. I do feel bad. He was the lead writer on Andromeda. There you go. Senior writer for Mass Effect 3, writer for Overlord, and writer for Mass Effect 2. Okay, additional writing, I guess I should say. So, all right, decent. I never saw From Ashes. Okay, like the definition of okay, right? BioShock Infinite, pretty good. Burial at Sea, I don't think I ever played that, so we'll play that eventually. All right, and then 3 bangers back to back. All right, Lisi Kuo, Far Cry, and Watch Dogs. If it's good, it's because this person's on it. I don't know if it's a male or a female. Because I actually writer for Siege. I guess they wrote the lore. Writer for Shadow of War. Oh my god, dude. Story designer for Far Cry 3 and script writer for Watch Dogs. I mean, I liked Watch Dogs' story. Despite all the bullshit around Watch Dogs, the story was actually the best part. And one of the better parts. So this, you have to save it. It's up to you. And Forbidden West, so that should tell you everything. And then that's it. Yeah, that's Ghost of Yotei. Very nice. There you go. So I wanted to put this out so no one has to take my word for it. This would be a complete reversal of this dude's fortune. I don't know who the lead writer is. They probably haven't said who. But if you look at writers, this is who is cast as the writers, all right? In fact, let's see. Who's Jason Connell? Has he worked at this place long? Yes, so he's a Sucker Punch, what do you call him? Long timer. 2014 at the earliest. I didn't play Infamous Second Son, and I didn't play Infamous 2, even though it's not on here. But he was the art director for Ghost of Tsushima. Oh, he's the art director. So now he's just the director? I mean, hey, we'll see. It's the biggest we'll see. And at this point, I'm going to be honest with you, we'll sees are not day one buys for me. Especially when I know I could get this game will be around for fucking forever. Oh shit, it's the director of fucking Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Okay, we might be cooking. Alright, they've got the OG director on. Yeah, okay, it might be saved, folks. We might be saved. Director of the entire Sly trilogy, Infamous, Infamous 2, Infamous Second Son, First Light, and Ghost of Tsushima. It's literally all on his shoulders. It's actually all on his shoulders. He's gotta rein them in. He's gotta rein them in. He's gotta say, listen, fucker, these are your writing credits. Forget that they existed. Go back to this era. And the other dude, and then let this dude cook. And then maybe no, don't let her cook. Don't let her cook. There you go. That's your Ghost of Yotei. Enjoy. I'll see you in a couple months. I mean, I'm not getting it new. I will absolutely hyper wait and see. Because you think I'm not going to be able to find this game. You know, like, it's one thing to buy an amiibo. that you're not sure if, well, not anymore. Amiibo never sell out anymore. That fad is dead. Thankfully, I could actually buy it in peace. But, you know, let her hold the flesh. Why are the lights out? Oh no! Oops. I said I didn't care, but I do kind of care, I guess. I think your backstory for Whose Mans and Generico is better written than what the DEI writers can do. Okay, I'll give them a little credit. I'm a parody character. That's the whole point of Whose Mans. Listen, if this game has a good story and isn't just like, hey, female pro tag for reasons, I'll eat my words. I had to eat my words about Silent Hill 2. You think I won't eat my words about this? Yeah, I'll buy it new. I'll be like, fuck it, I was wrong. I could be wrong. It's just that usually I'm not. And when I'm not, I called Veilguard being shit from a mile away, dude. I fucking knew it. I knew Veilguard was gonna be fucking dog shit. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I told everyone I knew. I said, this is gonna be dog shit. Don't buy it. Wait and see. And then they bought it, and then they didn't finish it. I knew it. I knew it. I was way ahead of the curve on that one. Why? Because I'm a fucking genius. That's why. And like, you know, obviously, besides, you know, obviously not shit posting, because I know it's EA. I've been bitching about EA for 12 years now, folks. I've been on this shit for forever, dude. Yelling about EA is like some people's yelling about Ubisoft. I've been doing it for forever. I know what I'm doing. I'm an expert. All right, I don't think we could go any further. This leads back to a mini boss. All right. They can't do parody either. I thought the parody was just how bad it was. What do you mean? Of course, everyone can do parody. The question is, are you willing to laugh at yourself? Some of the best game series that I laugh at are parody series, like Time Splitters. It's really just Time Splitters. I'll be honest. It's just Time Splitters. Time Splitters is fucking hilarious. Time Splitters 4 should have just gone completely balls to the wall parody memes. Should have been insane the way they did it. Could you imagine? You boot up Time Splitters 4, they had like a bunch of different levels, each one a parody of a different game. That would be really funny. You have a Gears of War level, you got a Call of Duty level, you got a, I don't know, what was it, an Elder Scrolls level, you got a Mass Effect level. Yeah, I remember when EA was a quality mark on its own. You know, like back in the day, EA used to make the Bond games. Some of my best childhood memories, my favorite, cherished childhood memories, are watching my cousin play like Everything or Nothing, you know? Those are some of my most cherished childhood memories. And so the fact that they can't get their shit together in the modern era is beyond depressing to me. It just makes negative sense to me. It's like, how could you fuck this up? It's not hard. You've already figured it out. You know, all these licenses getting kicked around. Like, dude, a Bond game is a Bond game, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I love Bond games. You know? And then they wonder, like, oh, this water's poison, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's not that bad. It's unfortunate. You know, Square Enix, all these publishers used to just be quality marks. Like, I don't think that they understand this outside of people buy our games. And like, they'll look at these old games and thumb their noses and be like, yeah, these games suck. Watch, we're gonna cook. And then they make some of the worst slop ever. And I like that word, slop. It just sounds filthy. It just sounds fucking disgusting. And you know they hate it, which is why I love it. I love it. Like, I know the Nintendo seal of quality doesn't really exist. It's just a thing they put on their games. But I don't think I've almost ever played a Nintendo game that was as glitchy as the average fucking, you know, generic game. Like, yeah, Nintendo games might have glitches. They might have bugs. Mario Sunshine is bugged. There's lots of things. Usually, though, most Nintendo games are pretty good bang for their buck. Usually, they're pretty well crafted, well made. Can I slip past these two? Can y'all not see me, please? Thank you. You know what I mean? Like, you usually get a good bang for your buck. And that's really, at the end of the day, what matters, you know? Did I get a good value out of my dollar? Basically. I remember when I first thought, oh crap, EA. Yeah, I mean, I was like, I played Mass Effect right before 2 came out. I forget. But I remember playing Mass Effect 1, Xbox, Microsoft Studios. Remember when Microsoft Studios was like a massive quality assurance? Remember that shit? You boot up a game and had the Microsoft Studios, Lost Odyssey, Blue Dragon, Gears of War, Halo, all of that? Remember when Bungie was like synonymous with one of the best FPSs of all time? Yeah, I'm not just trying to have a Remember Berry segment. It's like, seriously, like these names used to be like, you know, if you're having a basketball game at your high school and then like fucking LeBron shows up. Like that's the kind of power that they would have. It's like this dude walks in the room, everything stops. Everyone's like, oh shit, a new game by insert name here, it's gonna be game of the year. Is the first thought in your head. It'll be one of the best games to come out in its genre, maybe on the console, you know? We could kill this thing. I'd prefer not to. I'd prefer to just run. Do we need to run by, actually? Can we get to the other side? Let's see. Assuming we don't get jumped, which would be really funny. Bought ME1 like 3 weeks. Yeah, I bought it because I saw people playing it, and I was talking about it with one of my friends, and I was like, well, you know, like, oh, what's this game? It looks really cool. He's like, oh, it's Mass Effect. You know how people will describe games? They'll be like, oh, you know, one of my favorite experiences ever was listening to people on GTA Online talk about For Honor, if you remember that game. And I've made fun of them, I parodied it, but it was genuinely like one of the most honest interactions between people I'd ever seen. This guy is like, oh, have you heard about this game, Honor? And the other guy's like, what? No, he's like, For Honor? He's like, what, the Honor? I've never heard of it. No, For Honor, with the savages and shit. It's the most honest interaction. Love that. That was when you could just, Ubisoft made a game, all right, cool, whatever works. Nowadays, Ubisoft makes a game, it's a huge asterisk around it. Oh, I can't do this. That's unfortunate. Pretty much the only people I give guaranteed benefit of the doubt is like Nintendo. And maybe Sega a little bit. Sega's alright. I don't have anything negative to say about Sega. I don't really play a lot of Sega games. Wait, why can't I put the... Oh, Frontier Nevels. I don't have anything negative to say about Sega. You know, to be able to command that level of respect is in and of itself a gift. You know, like, imagine that. So I'm hoping it gets better. You know, I'm hoping that maybe, you know, enough of these studios have been scared, right? Maybe they'll look at this and say, like, damn, why are we going to throw away money when we could just make games that people want? Like, obviously it's not going to happen. This is the copium portion of the rant, but, it's, you know, it'll be nice. Oh, there you go. Like a new Metroid Prime game made by Retro Studios. Could you imagine the playthrough of that? Like, imagine the commentary on just part 1 of Metroid Prime 4 for me, right? First of all, gotta hit him up with the ladies and gentlemen, right? It's been a long time coming. I'm a huge Metroid Prime fan, and every Prime playthrough I've ever done on the channel has been done. The game has already been out. I've already beaten it. Some of them multiple times, you know? Think about that. And this is going to be the first time you'll get to experience a Prime game with me. It's now that's an honor, honestly. All right, we have a new, we'll finish Granada. Okay. Back to Noctilum. I've lived long enough, folks, to see a sequel to Prime 3. Could you imagine? Like, that's gonna be wild. I'm gonna be just living in a different era. I'm not even gonna be able to control myself. I'm gonna be so happy I won't even be able to sit straight playing the game. Coming out this year. This year, I just gotta survive to like November. Again, just like how Dread came out. When did Dread come out? October, right, of 2021. And by the way, no, I'm not doing like a Metroid series replay or anything. That I'm not doing that. No way. Unless they re-release 2 and 3, then I'll replay those. But if they're not, I'm not gonna replay them for no reason. At this point, I have 3 playthroughs of some of these games on the channel. Fusion, I probably have like 6 or 7. So if someone wants to watch me play Fusion or, you know, Prime 1, you have more than enough content to watch. There's no shortage. You're in good hands. You'll be taken care of. That's why the way to return to norm is make sure they lose all social standing. I just think you have to keep mocking them. You know how mad they are, like Devin said. You know, like, just call it slop, laugh at it, post about it, talk about how shit it is. It does way more harm to them. Forget the ego. Imagine hurting them in their wallets and in the ego. You don't have to like go after anything personally. Just go after the company. Just say that they make bad products, which they do. And that's an opinion. And you're allowed to say your opinion. If you think a game is bad, you could say a game is bad. It's better if you could cite why it's bad. You know, and it's sad because remember, like, Viv talks about Mass Effect. If you remember when Mass Effect 3 came out, it was a huge controversy because of how all the endings were basically the same. And now you look back at it and, like, yeah, is it good? No. I'm not going to sit here and suddenly say it's become better with age. But now look at how bad things get in general with most of these games, you know? Like, back in the day, the worst thing was like, oh, the endings are all the same, and they kind of butchered it, and they were, you know, they didn't really make anything different. It's different flavors of the same shit. Congratulations, you won, and that's the end of it. You know? Nowadays, it's like, oh my god, is the game even going to resemble the rest of the franchise in a good way? Yeah, Dead Space 3, a perfect example. Visceral Studios, one of the most talented game developers they had. And then they just completely fucked them because they wanted them to make co-op, because co-op was big. And, you know, if you remember back then, you know, they used to say, oh, well, turn-based RPGs suck. We said that last night. And they did the same thing with single-player horror. Now, is that because single-player horror games were bad? And just nobody wanted to play them? Fuck no. A year later, Five Nights at Freddy's comes out and completely revitalizes the whole genre by itself, made by like one dude. So fuck no. That was wrong. They just made bad games, and they forced the Dead Space team to make a bad game, which I couldn't think of anything worse. Is like they had an idea for a good game, and they knew they were going to probably make a 4th game, and instead of letting them make it, they fucked them over. And to this day, I'm like, you know, at the time I was like, oh, okay, we'll just get a sequel and it'll be fine. And then they closed them, and I'm like, oh, I guess not. And obviously there was a lot more cursing than just what I, you know, the little bit that I just gave there. But, you know, it's like, what the fuck? Did we just get paid again, by the way? I think we did, actually. Hold up. Oh, my lord. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have more G4s. Where are my G4s? Where are my G4s? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll put another G4 here. Ellie was such a good character, and like, look, I'm not the person to talk about like love interests and stuff in games really seriously. I kind of, you know me, I kind of don't really give a shit, right? But I will say this, like, I thought the chemistry between Ellie and Isaac grew so well over the few, like, you know, however long, like the couple of games, the 2 or 3 games they were in. I was genuinely like, wow, this is actually like a really good pairing. Like I said, I'm not a big person on romance. You know me. I'm kind of indifferent, but I will give credit where credit was due. I actually really liked the pairing that we had going for them. I thought that was really good. And then what did they do? They fucked it all up. Good job. They fucked it up because they could have just had a simple ending and we could have just called it a fucking day and it would have been fine. But what is this? A 6 chain? Okay, we have to put more down, which is fine. so why don't we move the 2s up here? That kind of makes a little bit more sense, right? Revert to basic. Right, because this is going to be... How many is that? We need another 2. So we need to put 3s here. So let's put this as a 2. Someone who reads a lot, you tend to get a grasp of good versus bad versions of every kind of plot and story. Yeah, it's like you could have revenge is bad as a backbone for a lot of games and a lot of stories. Last of Us doing it does not mean that every single time it's done, it's bad. It depends how you explain it and how you express it. If you could write a very believable, well thought out, well motivated character, then that's all you really have to do. And I mean, I say that like it's easy, obviously it's not, but you know, there's more to it. Do I have a 3, by the way? Oh, fucking hell, dude. All right, well, we're gonna unlock more of these, so we'll get back to that. Here, I gotta remove this. Very nice. Okay. Again, we don't really care about money. We care about Moranium. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Obviously, we will replace these in due time. Blah, blah, blah. Very nice. We could just place down the G5s. I used to watch horror B movies late at night. A bunch of them have really original themes and ideas, just subpar execution. You ever watch the Sci-Fi Channel when they had all the horror movies on it? Remember those? Where they would have like all the crazy, ridiculous, over-the-top horror movies? You could tell it was someone's like brainchild too. Like someone put in a real effort and they probably just couldn't get funding. They couldn't get anything right. It's like, it's a good idea. Probably can't really flesh it out in a meaningful way. Splinter's one of my favorite B movies. I feel like I've heard of it. Like someone, like I know Sharknado gets memed on. Sharknado is kind of a meme. But you know, Sharknado gets memed on. But you know, like even Human Centipede is like not even a super terrible idea. The sequel's kind of parodied itself, which, I mean, at that point, you pretty much are just like, yeah, whatever. We know we're shitposting, right? But, you know, like, sometimes it's cool to have just different things. Friday nights on the Space Channel? Are you serious? Okay, I've never seen that. You know what is good, though? That people hated, and Viff and I have spoken about this before. Fucking, what is it called? Event Horizon? Dude, Event Horizon is like such a good movie. It's not maybe perfectly well acted, but it's a very good movie for what it is, and that's why it's a cult classic. He says Warhammer, I see Dead Space and Doom, if you can believe it. So like, you could come into it with a bunch of different things and a bunch of different ideas of how good it is, and then like we both get different things out of it. For me, I see Doom, and I see the other one. Dead Space especially, they even said they were inspired by it. I could see that 1000%. Like, imagine that. You're watching Dead Space and shit. There's a kind of fungus that spread through these little spore needles. It's like a zombie infection, but a lot more disturbing looking. Bro is going Callisto Protocol on me. I feel bad for Glenn Sheffield and his team, man. They had such a good idea. You could tell that they thought out Dead Space really well. I would even argue that a lot of the xenomorphs, not xenomorphs, a lot of the necromorphs were thought out probably just as much, if not more so, than, like, for example, like even Resident Evil enemies at the time. Don't get me wrong, I love Resident Evil, but like Revelations just feels like such a fucking weird game. And I was not a huge fan of it when I played it. Dead Silence. Yo, Resident Evil Dead Silence was the DS version of Resident Evil 1, if you could believe it. I had never played that version, and I probably never will. Probably wasn't a good version either. What the fuck? I passed it. Is it on the mountain? Is this not possible to get to? There is a possibility that it's literally up in the mountain and I can't get to it. I can't tell. I think it might be, unless there's a... Okay, let's just keep going forward. Let's see if we can grab this one over here. Please don't get aggro, thank you. What level are we? 29? Okay, we could kill it. There's one Russian movie where an athletics team gets summoned to a fake tournament so they can harvest their organs. Yo, we have to have more fake out movies in America, dude. Only thing I remember is that the Sci-Fi Channel had like really bad gore. But you want to know what kind of keeps that spirit alive? The what's that series of games? The Dark Pictures, the anthology. They kind of have that same thing going on, basically. His own arm tries to attack him and others. Bro is on some Parasite energy. Great anime, by the way. One of my favorite anime of the year it came out was Parasite. I know that's completely unrelated, but I can't help but think of Parasite when you mention that. Great anime, 100%. Parasite the Maxim. It actually has this one Zoomer TikTok meme where the guy locks in, as they say. I'm sorry, level 8s and 9s? What the fuck? Why here? None of this makes any sense. Huh. The zombie movie where the guys are trapped in the mall, isn't that Dawn of the Dead or whatever? I mean, mall zombies is such a, I don't want to say overused because it's not overused, but mall zombies is like such a common trope at this point. I mean, that's where it really started. I mean, that's why people give credit to Romero. You know, you could obviously look this up. There's tons of stuff with, you know, how they got the name zombie and all that other stuff. You could look it up, but yeah, like, I've never seen Shaun of the Dead. I don't know. I had a bit of a movie watching thing when I was in, well, I say when I was in late college. Hills Have Eyes. Oh God, that's the one with the grape scene. Good luck. Yeah, that's not coming back. I don't know, like for me, I just think that video games do it better because it's interactive. Like, you can't replace Silent Hill 2. Even like some of the jump scares that I've had playing like horror games like Resident Evil 8, when Lady Dimitrescu is like stalking you around the castle. Easily the best part of the game. Genuinely one of the biggest jump scares I've ever had in my life. That was such a good one. Okay, yeah, you're right. We don't have a choice. Shoot it. I got you. Very nice. I don't know, the Silent Hill movies don't really have anything besides Pyramid Head just being Nemesis, effectively. Hi, don't worry, he's not aggressive. He's just making a lot of noise. He's just clowning around, you know how it is. There's one underground complex where scientists bring a woman back from the dead, but she was sent down and gets twisted into a psychic demon. Splinter 2008, I'm going to have to cut it, scene 8 out of 10. Oh shit, okay, well obviously I can't watch that now. Stuff like this is what has completely desensitized me to gore, by the way. Thanks. Snakes on a plane, dude. Lazarus effect. I will say, even just the name Lazarus is such a cool fucking name. That is like peak biblical anything. All right, I don't know how you're supposed to get to these. I think you have to fly to them, or you have to swim, which I'm not doing. Okay, let's go back. I don't know. Maybe this might be the most that we can do in Noctilum at the moment. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're missing a few that I don't know if we could get up to them. We might have to have flight or at least a basic skell to do. So I'll probably do it later. I'm not going to deal with it now. So we've actually pretty much done the first 3 areas. Like we have most of it done. Let's go turn in this mission, I guess. And we'll walk back. What was the one with the succubus? You know what, actually, I'm fucking dead.
Engaging. Lay down fire for me.
Shield wall.
Okay, I don't know how this is gonna work exactly, which is gonna be really funny.
Pile down.
Come on, come on. Where's my TP? Where's my TP? Come on.
Move in and do some damage.
Okay.
If we could kill this thing, that's fucking huge. Like, literally.
I can't seem to fire that.
You're fine. You're at 50%. Trash talk him. Oh my god, we killed it.
Who's next? None.
And now you're left. Goodbye.
Primer. Nailed it.
This team never loses.
Very nice.
Taking them on alone.
Yo, I could probably grind off of these dudes then. Just one-on-ones. We could probably win. Huh. That's not bad. Jennifer's body? No, no, no. It's the one... what is it? The succubus, like, forces itself on him and, like... Yeah, I can't really talk about it. I don't think it's Jennifer's body, though. What the fuck was it? I'm blanking. It was like a B movie, I'm pretty sure. Look, Terrifier has just completely taken up all the thought processing in my head. Can you blame me? Maybe they shouldn't have made a movie that was so good. I gotta teleport up here. And we got 3 of them! The Silent Hill movies are solid. The second one wasn't good. The first one was okay. I just think Silent Hill is best experienced as a video game. Like, I like the first game because of its pure 90s atmosphere. Like, you could tell it's the most rough around the edges. The sequel is obviously the very polished game, you know? I don't hate it, right? I don't hate Silent Hill 1. I think some of the puzzles are annoying. And I think that getting the best ending is kind of hard. All the succubus movies I know are animated. Well, I'm not talking about hentai. Very nice.
Taking them on alone.
Okay. I have near encyclopedic knowledge of movies I've watched. I'm trying to... I don't know. I'm a huge fan of some of this, man. 32 and it's worse. Look at this shit. I'm in hell. Max HP up, melee attack boost too. Yeah, I'm good. I'm keeping that on. Drag me to hell. Yeah, sorry. I've been very out the loop. I don't watch horror movies that often. I like horror game. Like I said, I like the interactiveness of a video game. A video game is cool because a video game is like you're in the role. You have to do the thing. You have to make the correct decisions. I actually like that a little bit more. Okay, here we go.
Did you actually?
You're the guy Howard mentioned. He said someone was bringing parts so we could get the heli up and running again. There you go. Yeah, these are perfect. Should be all we need to patch the main rotor, but to be honest, I don't really know how to go about doing that. Like, do I connect this part to the red wire, or is it the blue one? Frankly, I could care less as long as it flies, but Howard would have a conniption fit if I set it in front of him. We actually had another fight before he showed up, jerking enough, chasing me out of the heli. Anyway, maybe you should take charge of these repairs. If I touch it and the thing crashes again, I'll never hear the end of it, but he wouldn't dare say anything to you. We might not be saying much to anyone if we crash, right? Ha, a little gallows humor there. Is he here? Can we ask him?
Hey.
It's the main rotor. Pretty sure it'll fly either way, so maybe just pick one at random. Ah. Red? Well, it stopped sparking. I mean, that's got to be something. Looks like you've wrapped up the repairs, slap a few random parts in and we're back in the air. Who knew it'd be that easy? Even the tail rotor's behaving. Thanks for the help. You're a helicopter repair expert and a damn sight tougher than Howard. Roscoe really outdid himself with you. I'll make sure he pays you once we're back in New LA. Let's all meet up back where we first met him, okay? We just have to get back to the city without another huge fight. Well, I think it worked. Oops. LA. Can we do the story, actually? I wonder. We have to do all these heart-to-hearts, though. What the fuck? This popped up. See what I mean? We need a full-length stream for this game. Absolutely. Okay. Oh, it's you. Thank you for your work. Siska made it home safely. What about Howard? Howard is dead! Siska piloted the helicopter safely back as far as New LA's West Gate, but the vehicle then ceased to respond and ultimately crashed, the result of a hasty patch job, perhaps. Regardless, Siska managed to escape with her life, but Howard was less fortunate. We lost a good man, not to mention a helicopter and all its cargo. Poor Siska is still in shock. I doubt she'll ever work on this team again. As for what's to come, I simply don't know. Pardon me, you still need to be paid. Wow, is it the same no matter what you do? Perhaps the repairs were faulty. Oh my god. I fear I lack the words to rouse her from her malaise, but you perhaps may stand a better chance.
Hey, listen.
Where is she? What a tragedy. After all, Siska's still alive. She feels terrible about how much she and Howard used to fight, and I know she's training hard in new flight techniques so she'll be able to evade more skillfully the next time she encounters a flying indigen. So as we'll have to grow strong and overcome our grief if we hope to survive on Mira. I wonder if you actually, if it's guaranteed to crash, or if you actually just picked the wrong thing and it just doesn't matter. Am I bugging? Maybe I fucked it up. What was that, a proper chopper?
Hello.
Do you have any interest in the Mirror ecosystem? That kind of came out of the blue, didn't it? Look, don't run. I'm not trying to recruit you into a cult or anything. I'm just searching for a kindred spirit. Wait, really? Oh my gosh, you're the first person who hasn't just dismissed me out of hand. My name is Sullivan and I'm a botanist. Ever since we arrived on Mirror, my lab has been blessed with one fantastical specimen after the next. The biodiversity here is simply dizzying. I might as well tear up the doctorate I earned back on Earth and use it to wipe my floor. But really, this is great news. I've never seen such fertile ground for academic curiosity. Even the leaves, have you noticed the leaves? Most of these little, am I rambling? I'm rambling and you're bored. I'm sorry, let me get back to it. To get to the point, I like your assistance in my research. As I'm sure you know, there's a huge forest area to the northwest of New LA. We call it Noctilum. The plant life there is wholly unlike anything seen on Earth. I suspect the marshes deep within that forest might hold a specimen of extreme importance. I've been informed by many parties that collecting the specimen will be no simple matter, but I'm thinking someone like you should be able to handle it. I require 3 samples, 1 to experiment on, 1 to archive, and 1 to display so the public's appetite for science might once more be whetted. The Mirror ecosystem is shrouded in mystery and intrigue, but this inquiry will be the shaft of light which pierces the veil. All of science hinges upon your help. Alright.
Is there hope?
Now goes the specimen collection. Here you go. Astonishing. Yes, thank you. These are fine samples, truly. I've heard speculation about the specimen's unusual properties, but this, no, I mustn't draw any conclusions before a proper investigation is completed. Hypotheses and evidence and so forth, yes? Yes. And yet, I think it's possible this plant was harvested from actually exists outside all known Mirror ecological chains. It's bizarre, but in the most delightful way. Life on this planet shocks me each and every day. Speaking of, I realize this is something of a surprise request, but might be possible. I dearly hope that it is. So unless you're helping gathering another set of samples of a different specimen, water drains from those marshes you see, forming a river. That river's current carries a multitude of seeds to the future homes. The importance of these seeds cannot be overstated. They must be studied in minute detail if our analysis of life on Mirror is to advance to the next stage. I need an archive sample, a test sample, a display sample, a training sample, and a buttering up sample for sponsors, and a bonus sample for a birthday present. So yes, that's 6 samples total, a hefty sum, I know, but all are vital to the continued function of science on Mirror. Thank you, assistant. Yeah, thank you, peon.
Not good.
Oh, whoops, we don't have it. I have to go back to Noctilum. I hate you. Grave Encounters? I've never heard of it. I can't even remember things I used to read when I was a kid, like scary stories to tell in the dark and that shit. I can't even remember those. It's been too long. Goosebumps. I remember those choose your own adventure books. Remember those? I mean, of course you do. If you're older than a couple years, you know what I'm talking about. How could you not? Okay, we're looking for orange. Yeah, Goosebumps I think had a few, and then there was like an actual choose your own adventure book series. I don't really remember the name of it. Like there was one I remember in space. We used to rent them from the library because my school had a very robust library that you could like rent books from. Like they're fun in the it's a game sense, but I don't know, it was never like super high on my list of things to do, I guess, you know what I mean? I didn't hate it, but it was alright. Alright, hopefully we could finish Commando. I'm gonna grind that out. And then I'm gonna go record in a little bit anyway, so don't worry. I know the Friday stream should start earlier. I was busy, so like nothing I could do about that. But we'll get to it. Tomorrow I'll do Rise of Ronin, and Sunday I'll do Rise of Ronin. And then Monday I will do it a third and final time if we have still not finished it. So we're gonna finish it this weekend for sure. Screamers. Actually, how bad is this thing? It says it's merciful. They wouldn't lie, right? Ow. Oh my god, you can't fight and swim in this game. Bullshit. Bullshit. That's why I'm gonna die, because I got in the water. God damn, that was fast. See if I can just kill it by doing this. Honestly, that's the best part of the quick cooldown, is it just lets you do that over and over.
Nice moves there.
Alright. See, rank 9. Maybe I'm better off just grinding here instead of that cave. It depends how consistent these guys are. It's like, look at this. What am I supposed to do with this?
They look pretty strong.
Anybody that holds back has to answer to me.
I wish you could fight while swimming, man. Why do they do this in Xenoblade? They really know how to screw a guy over, man. Like, I wish you could fight and swim. Like, what am I supposed to do? I can't even get this. Like, I'm gonna die. It's really kind of, oh shit, what the fuck? Why did you drop down? What is this bullshit? Are you out of your mind? Why did a tyrant just spawn? Get the fuck out of here, dude. This game is trolling me now. Whatever, just respawn. That's stupid. A tyrant spawns. Whatever, man. You know what? Like, come on. Like, now you're just taking the piss out of the fucking player, dude. Yeah, merciful. Yeah, by the way, I'm gonna have my big brother come and beat the shit out of you. Yeah, let's see how merciful it'll be, huh? Alright, well, Irin is instantly dead. Very nice. And I have to generate TP very slowly. Alright, so this works if I could generate TP reliably, because, like, it takes a minute for me to get all my TP back. There we go. What you're also seeing is that you don't really need teammates in this game. In case you're wondering. Like, unfortunately, this is not a traditional RPG in the sense that you have a team. Like, where the fuck did he even come from, by the way? Like, I'm actually kind of annoyed by that. Like, what in the fuck do you want from me? I genuinely don't even know how to initiate combat on these things.
I'll get the jump on him. Attack up close.
This is bullshit.
Open fire.
Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. That noise was crazy. Now bait it out. Okay. No, we can't. We can't fight it in water. This is so stupid. This is like one of the worst parts of the game, is trying to fight anything in water, and it's not unique to this game. It really sucks. Unfortunately, this is the worst part of the game. Trying to fight anything in water.
This is nothing.
Not really. Look at that. I probably could have answered it. Yeah, it kind of sucks. It would actually be a better game if there was no water encounters. Now, obviously, when you're higher level, you could just kill it outright, but you know, it's just annoying. It just feels like the worst part of the game is that you can't actually fight enemies in water.
Got it. I'll cover you.
Hit him again for me. Shield.
Trying to get into position. Here we go.
Take this. Now, clean up.
Now it's my
Where's his side? There you go.
Slinger.
That doesn't really generate much.
Back up.
side splash.
Oh boy. This is what it's like being on the bottom of the food chain, boys. Your DPS gets insta-melted by acid and there's nothing you can do about it. Oh, by the way, I am the DPS as well. In case you were wondering, hey, are you the tank? I'm the DPS.
Rising blade.
Absorber skin. Thanks a bunch.
Okay. Ooh. Can you use that? By the way, look at the class experience on that. We barely did anything and we're gonna level. Like, that's what I'm talking about. If you can kill high-level enemies reliably, that's the best shape that you'll be in a game, in this game in particular. You want to kill as many high-level enemies as possible as quickly as you can. So yes, funnily enough, my teammates are basically just there to die slowly. Yes, I know how that sounds, but that's pretty much how the game is played, okay? They're here to die as slowly as possible and to put up as many buffs as possible while they do so. I answer my own soul voice. You can't do that. I tried to, though. Oh my god. I popped his sack. Oh. Offensive stance is off. Ah! Help. Oh. Alright, very nice.
You're turning into a fine blade. I'm proud of you.
Wow. Thank you. Sometimes words of encouragement go a long way, dude. What do you want me to say? I'm having major Starfield flashbacks.
Open fire. Follow me.
Target inside.
Ow, what the fuck? Okay. Still have it. Still have it. Look at how much damage that does. Do you see why offensive stance is so good? There you go, we're done. Aura burst, okay. A busted knife. I want to try knife. Knife might be cool. If you could pop, well, without spoiling it, if you could pop the super secret limit break ability of this game, knife might have some really good setups. You might say, well, what is it? You'll see. I mean, or you could just look it up yourself as well. That's also possible. If you played this game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's one build that everyone runs in this game without failure. And if you played this game at all, you know what it is. It needs no introduction. Like, literally, it needs no introduction. Now, what the fuck is this garbage? Dual sword. Oh, I changed class. I don't have the... Okay, hold on. Okay. Here we go. We put Incendiary Blade on just for now, and then we take it off later, probably. Magnum Edge is pretty good. It gives us a purple voice. Okay. Rising Blade does good damage. Can we max out offensive stance? Yes, we can. Easily one of the most worthwhile abilities to max out in this game. Okay. What about everyone else? Alma, do we have Ghostwalker maxed out? Yeah, we will. Very nice. What about you? Cool off? Reality Rend, Shield Wall. Super Shield. Ah, we should upgrade Super Shield. Ah. We'll do that later. Alright, for you, we just max out pretty much all her healing. Last Stand, boost allies TP. She has just enough. Every minute she could grant us TP, which is good because we basically don't have her really using anything else. So that's fine. So, I mean, at least that's something for the rest of my team, is that we need to level them up. We need to make sure that they constantly are gaining and upgrading their moves, which is good. But now here's the last thing I need to pick up, and I can't fucking get it, dude. I'm going to lose my mind. Like, how does this even work, first of all? Save. Like, how do you get this?
Meet a woman who's gonna wreck your life.
I can't get the item. It's right there. Like, you know how frustrating this is? It's right there, and I can't get it. Come on. Come on, dickhead. Alright, fuck you.
Lay down some fire.
Light it up.
Let's see him chew on this. Offensive stance.
This should tide me over.
Rising blade. All right, now. We'll go.
Here's one, that fierce one. A clover skin.
Oh, this could kill me.
Follow me. I'm on a roll.
Oh no, we have a, what's it called? A Ghostwalker. Very nice. You love to see it.
Rising blade.
God, I love Ghostwalker.
Move in and do some
Beautiful skill.
Okay. Here comes the pain. Magnum Edge.
And then you give Alma, what is it? Nope, fuck you. Alright, I've killed it. How the fuck do I pick this up? Do I just not have to be in combat? Let's see. Let's not summon this fucking guy again as well. Oh my god. Yes, it was really that simple. I just had to not be in combat. Okay. What happened with mosquitoes? What do you mean with mosquitoes? Can I remove this, by the way? Remove it, thank you. This is a very good stream. This is very efficient. Made a lot of good progress. Welcome back. Judging by your demeanor, I anticipate good news. Yes, precisely the specimen I desired. Of course, I say desired only in the sense that it's vital to my research, not that I... right then. I'm impressed you actually brought back samples for storage, research, display, training, sponsor, kickback, and birthday purposes. You are a wonder, sir, and a champion for Mirren botany. Though your actions may not make it into my research paper, know that the results of your work shall live on for all time. If nothing else, please look on your contributions with great pride. You'll be pleased to know that I finished analysis on the samples of the first specimen you brought me earlier. It's shocking, really. The plant changes on a cellular level between morning and night to become a wholly different organism. It goes beyond any conventional definition of the word plant. It's an entity, I suppose. Just another in a long list of assumption-shattering finds on Mira. I realize gathering these samples is not easy. My sincerest thanks, kind sir. If I require hard to obtain samples again in the future, I hope you'll lend me your services once more. For all the other stuff, for personal use. One can never have too many samples, right? Remember, this is all about science. Okay. So these weird flying things. Oh yeah, they're like weird bee wasp things. You know, nothing that'll make your skin crawl or anything. Restricted characters Irina, 9 lives. We have to complete chapter 5. Have we completed chapter 5? Meeting Yelv. Do we even have enough time to do a story mission? I feel like we don't. Everything makes my skin crawl. So do you have like Linkin Park playing in the background of your mind at all times? I used to listen to that all the time, dude. 2009 me, 2008 me was just another animal, dude. Good times. What a crazy lifetime ago that was. Confusing what is real. They had AMVs for anime and Resident Evil for that. That's how you know we lived in a peak era. Oh yeah, it was a Linkin Park reference. One of their more famous songs is named Crawling. For me, it was like a big song because it was all over YouTube back in the day. There was a Resident Evil 4 AMV to that I remember watching ages ago. When people would just make anything just to make content. Man, those were the glory days. We will never have peak on that level again. Dudes just putting shit together just because. Yeah, never again. Okay, where is this exactly? Oh shit. I think it is on top of the mountains. I think you have to have a skull to get to it. Right? I'm pretty sure you need a skull to get to this. What about this one? Maybe we could do this one. Close comrades. We need Doug and Lau. Tyrant. Yeah, I don't know if you could get to this. I think you need to get up top onto the rocks, but I don't know if you could do that. Because yes, as we already found, I think on like stream 1 or 2, some of the frontier nav points are literally just on sides of mountains, and there's no way for you to get to it. You have to actually just run up the side of the mountain, which I don't think I could do, so maybe I just won't care that much. Let's just move on. Let's try to get this one over here then. As long as we could get one of them, I mean, that's just a little better. I wonder if that video is still up. Resident Evil 4, like, crawling AMV. You know what? Let me type that into YouTube. YouTube, I said, not Google. It's definitely been taken down for copyright now. There's no way any of these are still up. Resident Evil 4 AMV Linkin Park? Uh-oh, it's a search result. In the end, faint, what I've done, hit the floor, somewhere I belong. No, it was to crawling. It's not up anymore. Damn, dude. Holy shit, dude. That's so funny. Oh shit, wait! Hold on. Hold on. I found one. I found one, chat. Let me see. All right, you can't hear it. Hopefully, I'm not gonna get totally fucked. I think I found it. Oh my god! Yo! Yo! Holy shit! I can't believe it. I found it. It's just random cutscenes from Resident Evil 4. Oh my god, dude. Yo, this was going in the Discord. Whoops, general. Holy shit, I'm actually almost tearing up. This is so great. Yo, years later, Resident Evil 4 crawling. There's a whole bunch of these too, man. Oh my god. In the end, Resident Evil Damnation. Resident Evil 2025? What the fuck are you talking about? There's no way this is an actual movie. Resident Evil 9 first trailer Capcom? Alright, people posting just flat out lies. Or is it this one? There's a bunch of these. Alright, there's another one that they have set to crawling. I'll look at it later. Alright, let me turn back on the game volume. That's so funny. I cannot believe I found it. I found any of them, man. That's already good. That's funny. Thankfully, it's not on Dailymotion. If it's not on YouTube, it's probably just non-existent anymore at this point. Let's just be honest. Oh boy, what's going on over here, folks? That's funny. Video games and video game media is truly the best. Okay. I got it! Excuse me, gentlemen. I will be claiming this for New LA. We're talking about Helldivers 2. One question. What the fuck is I don't even know. I don't know what it is. A funk walk? Is that like some kind of weird dance? I have no idea, Biff. I'm gonna be honest with you. Alright, we have 2 G1s. Didn't I pull up some G1s or something? Here's some G5s and G8s. No, I'm fucking up somewhere. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, so those are 8 G1s. And then we have 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, shit. This is like really awful positioning. Because what I could do is I could put down. Okay, here's what I could do. Swap it with a basic. Swap it with a basic. Put on the G1. Put on the G1. Put on the G3. Put on the G3. And where's the G2s? Where's the G2s? Oh, here we go. We can put this G2 down as well. Doesn't change anything, but we just get more. All right, very nice. All right, I mean, we pretty much did most of this area. We just can't get to this. I don't know, can we swim around the map? Like, is that even something that you can do? You could swim around. Did we just get paid, by the way? I wasn't looking. I half looked out the corner of my eye. I don't think you could swim from here. This is a wall. Yeah, I think you legitimately have to. Let's see if we could... What game is it where you swim along the coast? This is like an old World of Warcraft trick that they patched because people were using it to get into high-level areas. What you would do is you would swim... You would intentionally drown yourself to get to Moonglade. You would swim around the northern part of Kalimdor, and you would drown yourself once the area location changed to Moonglade. You would die and then take the resurrection sickness, and then you would be inside of Moonglade. It was an intentional strategy to get inside of Moonglade without having to go through Fellwood. Very nice. What is this? Is this water too deep? How does swimming even work in this game? I have no idea. See how it like ends here? I'll see. So, who here has a fear of open ocean? You might want to close your eyes for the next 3 minutes. It's not like something from the deep is going to reach up and grab your foot. It could grab your whole body. It'll grab your foot to increase the terror. And slowly start pulling you down. It's not even... It could yank you down. It won't yank you down. What it'll do is it'll pull you down slowly, just enough that you have to fight to stay above water. And it wants you to tire yourself out, so that way, like, you just kind of give up and just accept it. So you're just there struggling for like a straight hour and a half. No, it doesn't extend all the way to games. Damn. Mine used to. Maybe some super like ridiculous hentai kraken is gonna drag you into the depths, Narg. The Grinchlers scared you? I thought the Grinchlers were hilarious. It's also partially because I see them as Sheegoth reskins, which, I mean, that's what they are. Let's be fair here. When they were swimming? I don't remember that. Oh, yeah! Where do they swim? It's very rare that they swim, though. That's like something I barely remember. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, we're gonna be here forever. Okay, well, anyway. Yeah, critters is one hell of a way to put it. Don't they have those spiked fish? Is it in the Amazon? Where if you actually like urinate in the Amazon, like the spiked fish think that you're like a hole that they could swim in and you can't get it out of your penis. So you either have to rip it out or cut your penis off. In the beginning of that area, if you go back through the water they are? I don't remember this. Very interesting how the human mind develops phobias, which, as you can see, my teammates stopped following me ages ago. You know what game you would hate? Scarface. If you swim for too long in Scarface, you die. A shark comes and literally eats you. It doesn't matter where you are. If you've just been in the water too long, you just die. Very interesting way to... You know, it's the same thing with, like, Vice City. It's like, hey, here's a game set in Miami. By the way, Tommy can't swim. Like, what are you talking about? Like, isn't that the whole fucking point? Oh, yeah, and Jack and Daxter does it as well. Where the shark will come up and eat you, yeah. They were gonna do that in Half-Life 2, actually. If you remember that, if you've ever seen like Half-Life 2 discussed, they were actually going to do that as well. They were gonna have it that that big plesiosaur that jump scares you at the beginning of the game by swimming at you when you're in the teleporter. That was actually going to be, that was reused into what it is in the final product. They were gonna have that actually be the thing that turns you around when you try to go into water. But they said that, like, during playtesting, people found it too confusing. They weren't sure if they were supposed to swim at it a different way. So they instead just made the world's oceans filled with fucking leeches. So the second you step into water, you just start taking damage. Half-Life 2's development, seriously, is one of the most interesting game development cycles, I think, next to Resident Evil 4. Because if you think about Resident Evil 4, like... they had so many Resident Evil games to be inspired by, and they wanted to like mix it up so it would be a little bit different. And so a lot of versions of Resident Evil 4 existed, like the Hooked Man, that one that became Devil May Cry. There was another one I think that was based off of like Fear, like Terror, I don't know. Resident Evil 4 is one of the most colorful... that game is just like a unifier of everything I like about video games. Yeah, playing Half-Life 2 with developer commentary is really cool. That's why I don't know if they have that for Portal 2. Maybe playing Portal 2 developer commentary would be pretty interesting. It wouldn't be a great playthrough, but, you know, I would like to replay some of these, like, older Half-Life games. Maybe over the summer I'll play Episode 1 and Episode 2. But if I play Episode 1, I'm going to play it on PC so I can get the achievements for it. What happened to Episode 1, by the way? Does anyone know? Because, like, I went to look for it on Steam a while ago and I couldn't find it. Did they, like, merge it with Half-Life or something? Like, where is Episode 1? If Steam would boot up. You could tell they really wanted to innovate heavily with it, and I think that's what makes it so cool. Half-Life 2 GOG has everything. What, you just boot up Half-Life 2? Oh my god, I can't even climb out here? Are you serious? You have to use skells to get here. Oh my god, no! You literally can't do this. Is that a beach over there? Hold on, we might not be out of luck yet, true believers. Is Steam ever gonna boot? Thank you. What happened to Half-Life episodes 1 and 2? What the fuck? Are they just all merged together? An update has been released for Half-Life 2 in the episode. I guess they are. And that's recent. When the hell did they do that? Enabled support to keep music playing during level transitions throughout base Half-Life 2. No convar needed. Removed collision from underwater tube that speedrunners enjoy. Oh my god! Yo, they were like, yo, hey, here you go. Enjoy. Wow. When did this happen? What the fuck? Yeah, can you believe Half-Life 2 still gets, like, tons of updates? 20 years. 20 years and it still gets updates. Yeah, what's the major update? The complete Half-Life 2. Episode 1 and 2 are now in the box. Half-Life 2 now includes Episode 1. And see how my teammates are swimming back to me, by the way? That's because I'm getting close to actual land. Developer commentary. The base game never did until now. We got the team back to record 3.5 hours. Oh my god. That's crazy, dude. That's actually epic. That's really cool. Alright, well, we got this at least. Bugs, new graphics options, integrates Steam Workshop. That's really cool. I haven't booted it in a while, so I didn't know they changed this. This is all on the 20th anniversary for Half-Life. That's dope, actually. I kind of like that. I can respect that. That's really cool. Let's see. Visual pops, missing sprites, mismatched lighting introduced in updates have been scrubbed away. We've had some settings to push the visual fidelity of Half-Life 2 farther than was allowed. There's even a documentary. Bug fixes. Episode 1 and 2 are now playable from the Half-Life 2 main menu. Lost Coast has been added. Oh, I didn't even realize Lost Coast got removed from my library. Okay. Play entire campaigns to replace weapons, enemies, UI, and more with content created by the community. That's actually pretty dope. Reduced chance of birds getting stuck. Okay, and then a bunch of other stuff. Half-Life 2 Deathmatch. Is that still separate? Wait, is Half-Life 2 Deathmatch a separate game still? Is that why they're going on about Half-Life 3? No idea. This is just the 20th anniversary of Half-Life 2. So I don't think so. Portal has an update. What is it? Improvements to the main menu layout across all resolutions. Fixed effects to not produce blood spray when getting shot. What? Why? Fixed a client crash and particles. Did they remove blood from Portal? Okay, that's weird. You know, I've never actually played Portal on my PC. I've only ever played it on the other thing, I think. What was I doing again? Half-Life has an update, or Counter-Strike has an update, but Counter-Strike... Yeah, where's Half-Life 2 Deathmatch? Didn't I just install that the other day? Yeah, what the fuck? Where's this under? What? Am I losing my mind? Oh, it's right below it. I'm an idiot. Whatever, dude. Never mind. I was like, where the hell did it go? But yeah, they're like Half-Life still gets updated. They just never release anything for it. So if you're a fan of it, you get to eat shit, pretty much. I guess it could be worse. They could literally just have dumped it. I mean, they still update it. It just sucks. It's like one of the biggest cliffhangers in gaming, and they will never make another game. Probably. Maybe. Fingers crossed. I'll say this, and tomorrow they'll announce it, and that will be like the most epic timing in history. How much this is overkill? It's not enough. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I do wish, actually. You're correct. I do wish. Like just thinking about it sends shivers down my spine. Like, could you imagine? It's the same way I feel about all this. Oh, we need to do this quest. This guy's an asshole. We need to do his quest next time. Alright, well, that's where I'm probably going to stop this for today. Like I said, I will grind again on my own time. I'm going to kill those 2 spiders over and over again. And then that way I can gain a lot of experience for doing, you know, nothing much. And then that way I could get off of Full Metal Jaguar. Now, one class I do want to try that I will probably end up trying is, where is it? Not Mastermind. Galactic Knight. I think Galactic Knight would be crazy fun. Some of this sounds like really cool. So I might try Galactic Knight just to level it. But basically the way it works in this game is the guns that you use are pretty much almost always going to be dual guns. Dual guns is just broken. And the reason why it's broken is this ability right here, Ghost Walker. Grants decoy and total evasion during execution. It's the most broken ability in the game. It's famous. It's famous for it. And then basically what you do is once you're done, you go back to Drifter and you put on the weapons you want. Because you, like, yeah, sometimes the stat bonuses are good. But, sometimes the 5 skill slots is just better anyway. So like there are a couple other things that you could do. Like for example, I remember a while ago I was on Bastion Warrior running enhanced stand and then cool off. But this time I'm just gonna run Ghost Walker in an offensive stance. But yeah, I do want to try a Galactic Knight. I think this will be pretty good. You get to use a photon saber, dude. It's literally just a lightsaber. I just have to figure out what moves are even good on it. So I'll be messing around with that over the next couple of days. Like, or well, I don't know if I'll get to it. It depends how much I grind, which I'm still rank 1 for Winged Viper. But that's, to be fair, we didn't really do any fighting once I leveled up, so it is what it is. So, all right, I want to thank everyone who showed up. Thanks Narg, thanks Devin, thanks Viv. I hope you all have a good start to your, not vacation, your weekend. And then come Monday, no, sorry, tomorrow we will be doing Rise of Ronin. I'll see how early I start. Monkey's Paw, okay, you get Half-Life 3, but all the writers are from Veilguard. No, Valve wouldn't do that. Don't say that. Oh, I never installed ActRaiser? Oh, I totally should have. Damn. ActRaiser, yeah. Yo, I was like, wouldn't it be so cool if ActRaiser got a sequel or a remake? And this was years before they actually announced it. I was like, what the fuck? I was like a month or two later, I was like, ActRaiser is coming back in ActRaiser Renaissance? I was like, dude, are you fucking shitting me? Oh, happy birthday, Viv. Dude, why didn't you lead with that? Happy birthday. You know what, man? He deserves it. He's been a jolly good fellow. Shout out. Congratulations. Hope you have a good day. Get some cake, get some rest, get some good stuff. We're all getting older here. I didn't know. You're only like, you were born like a couple days, your birthday's a couple days after mine. That's pretty cool. Cool how that works out. All right, and you want to know what? Because I'm in a good mood, we'll end it off on my favorite clip. Monkey's Paw, you get a completely redone version of AC Shadows, everything exactly the way you wanted it. Right, but what's the monkey's curl? Like, what happens? Like what's the trade-off here? But Ubisoft still shuts down. No! 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 You know what?
Let us make Outworld great again.
Disgusting black creatures, get out of my sight. I'm going to, okay?
Need milk.
He's pulling his cock out.
Not enough cash. Straight.
What are you buying?
What are you buying? Okay, I'm done. No, I don't want, no. I don't even know what's playing right now. Okay, I'm done with that. All right, anyway, we're actually done here. No, that sounds terrible. I completely disagree. That is heretical that you even said that. You know what? Let's hit the Looney Tunes and get the fuck out of here. Happy birthday, Viv. Everyone else, I don't know, man.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing.
Isn't that cute? But it's wrong!